but it led me to go there. They were okay with me going. She reached out, said it was okay. So I was there for a week.
What you said, it led me to go in there. What's the it?
So Tim and his wife, they allowed me to stay at their home for that week.
Okay.
During that week, I'm not a drinker. I'm not an alcoholic. I did drink. I was under the influence, and I took Tim's phone and I created a video of myself talking gibberish in the video. That was one. It was inappropriate, absolutely.
What were you saying?
If I can recall, I couldn't wait to be Mrs. Montague, which I am now. It was a lot of like, oh, I love you, these type of videos. That was what I said in the video. About Tim.
Kira's husband.
Yes, about Tim.
While you were staying in her house.
Correct. As I stated, I'm not ashamed. It was inappropriate, and I stated to that in court. It was very inappropriate. That was one of the videos.
Okay.
The second video was I was in the bathroom filming myself brushing my teeth. Tim came behind me, and I did a little dance, and that was the end of that video. So again, yes, 2 inappropriate videos.
Were you dressed?
Yes, I was dressed. I was fully clothed.
Okay.
So those are the 2 videos.
Checking.
Yes, those are the 2 videos that were inappropriate, and I am proud enough to walk in my truth about those, and they were inappropriate, yes. But that does not mean that I slept with him, which I didn't. I didn't sleep with him. That doesn't mean that I had an affair with him. Those were just inappropriate videos that was created in which his ex-wife knew about those videos before the lawsuit came out.
Okay. But you had sex with him before.
No.
I thought y'all were an item in high school.
Okay, so yes, in high school, yes. We had a relationship in high school. And yes, we were intimate in high school. Okay. So then we closed that chapter and remained friends. And then we both remarried other people, married, whatever. And that's how our relationship, we were high school sweethearts.
Is y'all in high school?
Yes, it is. That's kind of cringy. Those are old pictures, but yes, that is us in high school. Loved him. We were madly in love with each other, but it just didn't work out. We were young. So then we went on to be with other people, and yeah, so we were intimate back then.
Okay.
But not during the course of their marriage, him being in the home.
Okay.
Before legally separated, yeah.
So in January of 24.
Yes.
So almost 2 years ago, you signed a lease and you identified him as your boyfriend.
So that is where the mix-up is. I signed my lease. I never put emergency contact down. Tim moved in with me, I would say around September, November, around that course of the time, fall-ish. And I put him down as my emergency contact because he was my boyfriend at the time. So yes.
In the fall of 23?
24.
But in January 24, according to Akira's attorney, you executed a lease identifying him as your boyfriend.
That was updated. That was not the first lease. I only could have a copy of the updated lease. So that's why he's named as my boyfriend, because at that time he became my boyfriend July 6th of 2024.
So in July, you went back and said, let me have that lease I signed in January.
No.
I want to fill in and put him as my boyfriend.
No, that's not how it worked. I needed an updated lease, right? So my first lease that I signed had no emergency contact on it, right? So I put him on the lease after he moved in with me. So around September, like I said, fall-ish is when I added him on the lease as my boyfriend, not before. I signed my lease in January. There was no copy of that lease. They updated the lease because I needed to go to the leasing office. So that's why it's on the lease. But of course it was spun to that point.
All right. Then in March, Akira and Tim were legally separated.
Yes, March 5th.
Then in May, she files a lawsuit against you.
Correct.
And then in August, Akira and Tim divorced.
Correct.
And then in March of this year, you and your husband filed for divorce. And then in September this year, you married Tim.
Yes.
So y'all are married.
Yes, we are.
How's it going?
Amazing.
Okay. But then 2 months later, you got a verdict against you for $1,750,000.
Yes.
That had to be a shocker.
It was.
And that's against you, not Tim.
Right.
Well, coming up, we're going to meet Brene's new husband and Akira's old husband, Tim, who says what we've heard in the news and on social media is not how it really went down. So we're going to let him clear the air on all that right after the break.
Yeah. He asked me to be his girlfriend on my actual birthday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Was there a point at which you said to Brene, my marriage is over, done, kaput, zip, out of here, done, and I want to be in a relationship with you?
I mean, she was present for a lot of what happened in my marriage. So like she said, we were close. We all spent some time together. So she would see like the toxic environment, and she played mediator to a lot of situations. Oftentimes, if the children were there, she was like comforting the children. And we were just yelling and all that stuff that we did. But she saw a lot of how it just fell apart.
How long were you married to Akira?
5 years, but we were separated. Within that 5 years, we were separated for a year and a couple months. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you marry Akira?
So, backstory. Her and I started dating in 2018. And my family, I grew up struggling. So, I went into moving with her in 2018. There was a situation, she had roommates. There was a situation where...
Were you in love with her?
No.
Never?
No.
Do y'all have children together?
Yes, sir.
2?
Yes, sir. 6 and 4.
6 and 4?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so, there was a conflict with her roommates. We had to move as soon as possible. I was waiting on my living situation to get together. So, we were calling around, and my dad actually said to us, my dad and mom actually said to us, all right, you guys can live with us rent-free if you get married within 90 days. And at the time, I was under the impression that she had nowhere to go. This is what she told me. She had nowhere to go. She had no family here other than her mom and I believe her aunt. Her mom had some foster children in a 3-bedroom home. They had different rooms, so she couldn't go back home.
Well, so it was a marriage of convenience, is what you're saying?
100%.
That's a bad decision, but I understand what you're saying. But then why would you have children with somebody if it was just a marriage of convenience? If this is just a rent thing,
yeah.
It's a terrible reason to get married.
Absolutely.
But then you had 2 children with her?
Yeah.
Somebody that's just a roommate to get free rent?
So the first child, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. But,
y'all listen to this.
Her and I were intimate, and I exited the room, came back in, and she was sitting upside down. Said that up to that point, she didn't get pregnant, so she wanted to see if she would get pregnant that way.
So you didn't mean to get pregnant?
No. And
but you know how this works, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He puts his in hers, and then...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So you know how that works?
Yes, sir.
And so you did that, and boom, surprise.
Yeah.
And then you came back in, and she was standing on her head?
She was like backside against the headboard, just sitting upside down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure it stuck?
I guess so. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you didn't expect that?
No, I was like, what the freak are you doing?
Okay. That's one.
Yeah, the second was a complete surprise. Like, she fell at some place, had to go to the doctor. They were going to do an x-ray, and they were like, ma'am, you're pregnant. At this time, I was living on campus.
So she fell down and got pregnant. I hate it when that happens.
No.
I hate it when that happens. So that she fell down and got pregnant.
No.
Did she fall down in a sperm bank or what?
No.
Where did she fall?
At the time, I was living on campus. I was in college, at Barton College in Wilson.
Yeah.
And I was going back and forth every weekend. So I can't tell you, you know, whatever.